I just woke up, so sorry that I'm a bit late. I woke up kind of on time because I set my alarm for like 2:20, and I did wake up, but I felt very unrested, so I kind of slept in a bit more. So I did just wake up, but like I woke up to my alarm and then didn't set a second alarm and fell asleep again. Yeah, so today gonna be working on model art. For my other channel. So I've tried working on different models. Like, this is my like 4th attempt at a model for my main, and I got pretty far with my 3rd attempt, but I got really tired of trying to rig the mouth, so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna not period. So I made a model design that I wouldn't have to rig a mouth. Well, I mean, like, there's still gonna be like mouth related movements. It's just not gonna be you know, it's not gonna be the traditional mouth movements. There's not gonna be like, it's basically just gonna be like a do I see your mouth move, then I'm going to like move myself. So I'm gonna have I'm gonna enable like I never use the audio based like mouth movements in FaceRig, but this one I'm gonna do it. So basically anytime it's gonna see my mouth move, or it's intended to work that like every time that I'm talking the mask will light up here, but let's see if this works out properly. I'm gonna just have like another layer on top of the base layer, that it's gonna be like lumosity or something. Whatever the, is it overlay? I don't remember what I don't remember what it's on. Wait a minute, I just realized that I need to join. I need to like set up this reactive sprite. Okay. Hey, there's 2 of me. Let me turn off the other one. There we go. Okay. But yeah, I've been working on the sprite. I'll show you the other ones. Don't look at that. You might see my secret projects. Where are we? I got my Live2D folder. But yeah, this is the 3rd attempt, or not my 3rd attempt. I mixed up the numbers. I got really far with my 2nd attempt, but that was like after putting it down and then trying a 3rd attempt and then not wanting to do that one. So I'm not going to show the actual 3rd attempt because it's not it's basically not anything. It's just doodles in my notebook. But like trying to design one that I actually like. So here's my 1st attempt. It's kind of creepy. I like kept looking at it and the eyes are just like so soulless. Like, oh no. Oh no. I was terrified of this thing. I try to do like, I don't know, there are people who can do like Live2D stuff with like really painterly styles. And this was just like, I tried doing like a slightly more lined like style than my normal paintings, but I feel like it was still a bit too much painting. At least for like how I understand the program, it's a bit easier to mask the transitions and like the illusion of movement with like flatter coloring. So the next one that I did, this is the one that I got pretty far on, is this one. There is, I forgot how far I got. I think I drew this forever ago and then I just didn't rig it. And then I started rigging it recently. After putting this down for a while, and also working on my model for this channel, which I still have to fix. I like as soon as that's done, and there's a few other like things I'm gonna tick off before I like announce debut stuff, but like one of those is just I need to stop being lazy, and I need to fix the model, because my model for this channel is like the mouth movements. I didn't notice, but instead of setting it from like I think a range of 0 to 1, I set it from like 0 to 30, and so all the mouth movements are out of range and my mouth is just perpetually stuck open. But yeah, for this one I got pretty far. I got to rigging I think like basically all of the face except for the mouth, because I got to the mouth and I got tired. Yeah, all of the face. I don't think I did breathing. I didn't do body like XY movements. But you know, there are like physics and things applied to everything else, so I was kind of surprised that I managed to like power through that in like a couple days. I'm slow at rigging. I know some people could rig like way faster, but like, oh my god, I had other things. But yeah, this is my last design. I was also just like not super happy with it in terms of design. I like how it's rendered. The only problem though is that this design is like based off of one of my OCs. And I wanted to have something a little bit more individual and a little bit more my aesthetic, because if you see my streaming layout in my other channel, it's much more purple and this is very blue. I like the original outfit was like purple too, and then I changed it to blue so I be distinguished, but I end up making it look, I don't know, just I don't think it was very I don't think it meshes well with the aesthetic. So instead of just making it purple again, I decided to go for like a bit of a redesign that was definitely a bit a bit different. So I recently like re-dyed my hair, and so I wanted to, you know, do something that's like, oh, your hair, like I almost dyed it purple, but I didn't. You know, instead you have my cute little ombre blonde to brown. But yeah, I dyed it, so I was like, oh, I'll do something like that. And I've been wearing my hair a bit differently, so I decided to change it up a little as well with this like one big bang in the front. I'm trying to remember what all the layers are. But yeah, you can see that there's a here's the face without the bangs. This is not a lot of drawing so far. It's mostly just me talking about my model, but you know, yeah, so this was very edgy. I just like the idea of like this bang covering the eye for the most part, and then only when from like certain angles you can fully see it. Also just like heterochromia. I need to fix, this is not what the eyes are gonna look like in the final. It's gonna be a little bit more like cloudy just because I like that effect. But you know, I had to like sketch it out first. Yeah, as you can see, the one consistent thing I keep between all these designs is the wing buns. I kind of want to I want to make the wing buns look more like this. This is like a little bit too large. Might resize it once I get done with rendering. There's a lot of things I kind of want to like fix once I'm done with the rendering, because I am not super happy with the placement of the eyes. I think they're a little bit too far apart. I feel like the forehead, something is up with the forehead. Maybe it's just because I have like less face space I'm working with that it looks strange, but I don't know. I'm not super happy with it. Yeah. I also added like elf ears for some reason, just because I wanted to. But yeah, this is what I'll be working on now. Bit more of an individual design. Okay, I just remembered that I have to like share this everywhere. Hello. Time for streaming. Yeah, just hoping to like chill. I'm finally done with finals, which is nice. So I'm on break for the next month, which is so long. But you know, I appreciate the change in pace. Although I've been pretty lazy the last month, so you know. Trying to remember all the places that I normally post that I'm streaming. I should have done this beforehand, but you know. Oh shoot, I don't think I have the Instagram app. Oh, let's figure this out. You know, it's fine. Instagram doesn't have to know. I like regularly uninstall it just because I get really distracted by notifications, and so I haven't found the best way to filter notifications on there, like I have with Twitter. So I also don't have the Twitter app installed. I don't know why I made that comparison. I used to, but I had to I really had to like focus on things. So I was like, you know what, no more of that. And then I have like on my computer I have like a blocker that will limit how much I can be on Twitter. Well, it's not like a timer based thing, it's a oh my god, I lost my train of thought. But yeah, it's not like a timer based thing. It's just like work mode, and then when work mode is on, it will automatically close any apps that or like websites that I deem like too distracting. So I have I just realized I haven't plugged in my tablet. But yeah, I have like Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr. I have my toy house blocked because my number one thing that I like doing while I procrastinate writing an essay, or I like writing a report, is I love working on my OCs, which is like, nice because I don't work on my OCs enough, but also, oh no, I can't. I can't just procrastinate writing reports. Oh, I definitely wrote a report in like super little time. Oop, I need to close out of this and then restart. So give me a second. Okay, well, I just forgot to set up my reactive sprite on this, so you're just gonna deal with this. Oh, hello. Good morning. It's afternoon, but good morning. I believe it's evening for you, so good evening. So I have to restart my program because it didn't accept my tablet input. It does this from time to time. It's kind of annoying. I have to remember to plug my tablet in before I open the program. Interesting. YouTube says it's not receiving enough data. Which is really weird to me because there's been no connection issues on Streamlabs side, so YouTube, what you doing? But yeah. I don't know how I'm gonna do this transparent jacket, like how I'm gonna render it. We'll figure it out. I might have to, because it's transparent, I'm probably gonna have to cut it up before I like fully render it. Or else I'm gonna have like weird overlapping parts. Or like parts where the transparency doesn't match. I'll just ignore the jacket for now. Like, it's on a separate layer, so I'll just ignore it for now. Why did I... Okay, wait. I don't know why I put these on the same layer. I guess it was because I wanted to work on limited layers. I used Clip Studio Paint. I own it. I bought it like last year, and I just don't use it. Like, I've used it for very limited things. I've tried animating in it, and I'm not a good animator. It's not really, animation is not necessarily my passion. I think the most animation I've done is when I got Live2D, and it's pretty simple to make, like, you know, I guess that's the appeal, is that it's pretty simple to make. Oh, I just realized I didn't switch back to my streaming setup. Oops. Hello. Hey, here I am. But yeah, I'm just gonna work on this. But yeah, that's the appeal of working in Live2D, is that the animation is a bit more intuitive. Like, obviously you still need to understand fundamentals of animation, and like, I'm not the best at that. It's mostly something that I feel through, but the problem with that in, I feel like, more traditional 2D animation is that if you hex something up, at least for me, who doesn't really know how to use programs, it's a little bit hard to adjust, like, timing and things like that. And so, but with, I feel like the animation tools in, like, in the animation section of Live2D is, like, really intuitive for me to just see things be, like, set values that you set yourself, and then messing with, like, sine graphs and whatever. I almost wish that you really could just set a function that's just like, I want you to follow like a sine wave, like, or whatever. But then I guess the program would have to know math, so where is the... There we go. Okay, yeah, there's like tiny holes in this earring, and they didn't get... Oh no, they are... Okay, I guess me of the past actually thought that through. Yeah, I was gonna do a model that's like further down, but like to be honest, for my other models, I didn't bother, so I'm not gonna deal with that. Didn't have the hand because I thought it was gonna look strange. I don't know. I just like wasn't thinking it through when I put the hand up there. I'm pretty sure there are people who can make it look good. I'm just not the best at rigging, so thank you. I was like, why am I not making any mark on this? But yeah, I'm glad that you're happy to see my progress. But yeah, I was saying that I was using Clip Studio Paint. I just realized that was a long tangent. So yeah, I bought it forever ago and just don't use it. But I tried using the symmetry tool and I was like, oh my god, this is my number one thing about drawing models, is that I hate not being able to make them symmetrical. There's a symmetry tool in GIMP 2.10, but I don't have 2.10. There's a lot of things in GIMP 2.10 that I just don't have. So I can't rotate the canvas in 2.8. I keep I'm thinking like maybe one day I'll use 2.10, and then I don't. I'm gonna learn the point is not to keep using GIMP, it's to switch to CSP eventually, because I did pay for this program. I got it on sale, so it was like cheap, but you know, I do want to use it one day. What part of this is I'm gonna render first? I feel like I should have almost separated the mask layer already, but you know, that's okay. I'll just render the hair. Speaking of which, I'm gonna see how I rendered the hair last time. Because I liked how it looked, but I forgot how I did it. It was definitely not a style I usually draw in. Even when I'm working with flats and like, I say flats, but that was definitely not like a flat drawing, but even when I'm working with like flatter images, I don't usually draw in that way. Okay, I had like... Okay, I think... it's weird. The shadows are blue on here, but like gray over here. I'm not sure if you can see that well on stream, but you can see that they're like slightly different colored shadows. Where's my... I'll just pretend that... I'll just delete that later. But you can see this is like a lot cooler than this. I don't know why I did it like that, but you know, I guess I probably just started shading with like a neutral color. This is probably too... Oh, you know what I did? I probably just shaded with a base color and then I like slightly color adjusted. That's my guess. Okay, I'm gonna turn off merge. Okay. But yeah, how are you doing? How's everyone doing? I'm like just so happy to be done with finals. I can finally go into Genshin and deal with it. Oh, I just realized I gotta do my dailies today. I was like, yesterday, I was like, or I guess it should be this morning, because reset for me is like 1 a.m. You know, I'm not happy with that. So I thought at 1 a.m., like, okay, none of my friends are awake. I'll just go to sleep. I just won't deal with doing dailies right now. Because it doesn't matter. Like, I can put it off. I can do it later. But I didn't. I mean, I did. Like, I didn't go to sleep, is what I'm saying. I didn't rest like my initial plan was. It's just like, oh, I'll just go to sleep. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I can ignore this. I did ignore it, but like, I didn't fix my sleep schedule. I like didn't tell my psych, or sorry, told my psych that I was gonna fix my sleep schedule, and I did it. I said like a liar. Yeah, I'm not super happy with this color for shading. I'm gonna switch to a darker color. I'm just trying to remember how. I wish I recorded when I was working on my other model, because I'm like genuinely trying to remember how I did it. Yeah, I need to work on my dailies later. I'll do it because I'm gonna watch someone else stream, so I'll just do it then. And then hopefully fix my sleep schedule, because I haven't gotten a lot of sleep in general. Today, I have functioned off of how little sleep I've had, and less, like much less before, but I'd rather not, because I'm on break and I don't have to stress myself out too much. So hopefully I'm tired enough that I'm gonna go to sleep at a normal time today. I'll just, because I'm on break, it doesn't really matter when I do like all my daily stuff, so I'm just gonna like try to put it off until like the morning and resist the urge. I do have to grind though, like pretty hard, because I wanted to reach pity for Genshin in before the Zhongli banner ends, but I don't think I'm going to, because I'm at like what, 70, and I need like 20 more wishes. I don't think I'm even at 70, but you know, I need 20 more wishes to reach pity, and I'm like, please, I just want Zhongli. Oh my god, if I can't have Venti, can I please at least have the other rock, or the other grandpa, please? If I don't get this Archon, I'll be so sad. But the next Archon is, you know, a lady who I'm gonna assume is cute. I do that by default. I just assume all ladies are cute. I mean, based on the way that she's described, like what I know a little about her is that she's not a great person, but you know, I'm curious where she's gonna go. Maybe she'll be cute in appearance, but not cute in soul. Her heart is not cute. But you know, I will I'll see that when we get to see her. I forgot if she has a name. I don't think she has one yet. Wait, no, she does. I just don't remember what it is. What is her name? I really don't remember. Yeah. Next is, I think, Electro for Inazuma. I don't know when that's gonna be released. Maybe 1.4. But I'm really excited for that. I mean, I'm excited for Dragonspine. But I'm really excited for like new big region. I'm just a bit worried that I'm gonna get to Dragonspine and then I am just gonna perish immediately. Hehe, sorry. I am really bad with keeping track of the weather. I haven't played super far into Breath of the Wild, but man, constantly dying of like ice damage, being too cold. I like almost called it cryo. Because I, Genshin. I need to finish Breath of the Wild. I didn't uninstall it so I could install Smash Brothers, which I don't play that much either. It's I haven't been playing that many like Switch games for. I just realized because this is perfectly symmetrical, I can literally just copy one side to the other. So I'm not gonna bother with this too much. But yeah, I really need to. I have so many games that I need to play. Yeah, so I didn't uninstall Breath of the Wild for Smash Brothers. And I just have not picked up Breath of the Wild that much. I literally found all the towers and I activated all the towers. Because that was my goal when I started playing the game, because I knew that you could basically just ignore the main story quest and just like do whatever you wanted. And so I saw the quest marker for like go talk to Impa, I think, right after I got out of the Great Plateau, and I headed in the complete opposite direction. And then I just wandered around, and then once I found like a few towers, I thought like, you know what, I'm just gonna, for the sake of convenience, I'm gonna activate every single tower before I do any of the main story quests. And I did. I activated every single tower. However, I have not played much more than that. I unlocked, what was it? It's not Varuta. Is it? Whatever the one in Zora's Domain is. I unlocked that divine beast, but I haven't finished it. I like got to it and I was like, you know what? I'm done for right now, and then I just never picked it up again. Eventually I will pick it up, but at the moment I am chill with just playing Genshin. There's a lot of video games I need to finish and like play more. I bought Fall Guys because I really wanted to play. I was just like feeling not great, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna play Fall Guys because that seems fun. And then I ended up being really bad at it, so I need to practice more, but the matchmaking takes a little bit too long, so I never feel like I'm really making a bunch of progress. Anytime I load a game, it's just like I load a game, it takes like a few minutes, and then I like get eliminated almost immediately. I wish there was some sort of practice mode so I could be better at like courses before I have to do them with a bunch of people and get eliminated and have to watch through all the animations and everyone else playing. I guess I can just like leave the lobby, but it still takes like a few minutes with that. Maybe that's just my internet, but I think that's on the server side, is that they're doing the matchmaking takes a hot second to connect, like 60 people. I kind of the shading on that so much more. Oh, that was supposed to be locked. But yeah, I've just been just doing whatever. Just chilling. I've been like binging shows. binging Code Geass for the first time. I finally finished, like, oh my god, I started watching, like, I was so hyped for Carmen season 2, and then I watched the first 4 episodes, or first 3 episodes, and then I just dropped it, and then I, like, didn't come back to it for, what has it been, like, a year? And then season 3 at least, and so I just, like, binged the whole thing. I have to still watch or I guess play the interactive episode. Yeah, I have a friend who worked, like, on the interactive episode a lot, so I'm like, oh, I wanna see her work. So, wait, okay. But I've yet to get to it, so. Where are we? But yeah, I'm so excited to play Dragonspine. I'm not even done with, like, all the story quests yet, though. Oh shoot, this is not the right. Layer. Yeah. Sorry, I'm, like, getting all twisted up as I try to, like, think about, like, oh, what colors do I need to put here, blah blah blah. But yeah, I really want to go through the mountain area, because that area has bothered me to no end since I started playing the game. I was like, why is there just, like, this clear area between, like, Liyue and Mondstadt that just we can't access? Because, like, there's nothing else there. I'm pretty sure like, everything else is just surrounded by ocean. Like, it's obviously, there's a landmass here, and there's the coast on the other side, so, like, it's just a tiny little piece of space. Like, why can't we access it? But, you know, this is wise that they were trying to save it for an update. So I don't know if this was, yeah, it had to already been there because there's been no updates as far as I'm aware. Like, it's always said Dragonspine. I never noticed that. But it's always, the mountain's always said its name, but I'm really curious to see the NPCs there and if we're gonna get any, like, little quests. Obviously it's not, like, a whole new region, and I think it's still part of Mondstadt, so or maybe I'll guess it's just treated as, like, a new region, but it's not, like, a traditional, like, hey, we're gonna look for the Archon here, whatever. But I'm kind of curious to see what's gonna be, like, specific to that area. I really wanna get Ganyu. I mean, I really wanted to get Ganyu because I wanted to replace Kaya in my team, but I didn't know with who yet. And after much resistance of refusing to add any more claymores to my team, I finally, like, got a second claymore weapon. And then put a second claymore on my team. I like using claymores. I'm not the best with timing, so I'm actually pretty, like, maybe using a slow moving weapon isn't the best idea, but I enjoy using Diluc and Chongyun, who's why am I coloring this? Who is the character I used to replace Kaya. But yeah, I think, what is Ganyu, like, an archer, an ice archer? I kinda wanna I would love to have an archer again. Oh my god, I love archers so much. Plus I want to hit enemy weak points. I literally can't hit any weak points because I don't have. I have Amber, and that's it. I don't have another archer yet. I really wish I had Fischlback. But alas, she was lost in the great account transfer of 2020. I really never got a chance to use her though. But yeah, I do wish I had Fischlback. Or literally any archer. Oh my god, I was like trying to deal with Storm Terror because I like fought it for the first time after the story. I re-challenged. I just forgot that you can hit the feet since the first time I played. So I was just like, I literally don't know how I'm gonna hit this thing. Like I don't have Venti anymore. God, I wish I did. But after a while I was like, oh wait, you can hit the feet. This is pretty easy to cheese. Like Diluc does so much damage. You can just down the thing so easily. So yeah, it's pretty simple after that. But yeah, I think the BP period ends today, and so I gotta like grind some of the BP stuff because I would really like to get to level 20, and I think I'm at level 19. So I'm just gonna grind things. So as soon as the stream is done, I'm just gonna be playing Genshin until daily reset, essentially, which is a long time, I realize, but you know, I'm gonna say we're until around like 5:30 my time, and then grab dinner, and then I'm gonna watch another streamer, and then gonna play Genshin. So I think around, if I'm ending at 5:30, then maybe about 4:30 is when I'm gonna switch over to drawing Genshin comics. I don't think I'm gonna get super far, to be honest, because I'm very slow at drawing comics. Plus I don't have like exactly the composition laid out. I did thumbnails, but I really need to like fully figure out the poses and things like that to make it easier on myself. That seems aligned, right? I might do like some slight variations so it doesn't look like it's literally copied from one side to the other. Like all of this is gonna get like varied a little bit once I hit the rendering phase, and it's a little easier to just copy paste things as opposed to, oops, wrong side. As opposed to like having to copy like 4 different layers. Me trying to figure out where this goes. Here? I genuinely don't remember where I put this. There. That's good enough. Just little variations, I guess. What's next? I have to do the black. I just realized I used brown lines for the whole thing. I didn't even set it to like multiply, I think. I think I just straight up used brown lines the whole time. Maybe I did set it to multiply. No, because there's some parts that are transparent. Wait, let's see. Yeah. This must be just like a normal mode. I don't know if I'm gonna use brown because it's mostly a little bit less fantasy aesthetic, a little bit more, I don't know, like cyber something futuristic. I don't want to call it cyberpunk because there are specific connotations of cyberpunk that I don't really feel like I hit. I feel like you have to earn the title of cyberpunk, which, by the way, I don't think 2077 really does. So I've been seeing people call it cyberpop, and that's like my favorite thing, like my favorite term. Now I think it sounds like a cute way to refer to like cyberpunk aesthetics without actually like engaging with the concepts and like connotations of cyberpunk. It's a good term. It just oh my gosh, I'm just I wish there were more like genuinely cyberpunk stories. Not that I could have played 2077 anyway, but you know, I was a little sad to see people just kind of being upset with the story. Okay, this looks really weird. There's part of me that kind of wants to switch over to Twitch. Like, I'm still pretty early on in doing all this stuff. So, like, I might switch over to Twitch because as far as I'm aware, there's only, like, I think all the subscribers on this account are my friends. So, I wouldn't feel too bad about switching over to Twitch. I'm switching my main channel over to Twitch eventually, and then I'm just gonna use it for stream archives. But I'd like to get this model here done first before I switch to Twitch. Yeah, I'd like to get this model done kind of soon because my friends are having like a little game night or whatever, or I'm the one hosting the game night. I should say like, oh, my friends are doing it, like I'm incidental. I'm gonna be hosting a game night, and I thought it'd be fun to like have a little model. Instead, I mean, I've definitely used my model on calls with some friends, but this is gonna be a bit more general. This is gonna be like not as much my online friend group and a lot more of my IRL friend group. So I don't know why I say that though, because everyone's kind of my online friend group nowadays. And I call them my online friend group, but I do know most of them in real life. So it's just our primary method of hanging out is online. But yeah, I thought it'd be fun to have like a little model. I don't know when we're doing it though, so depending on how soon, I might just be able to like, if it's later on, I can definitely just like rig this, like rig a really basic version. I don't think I'm gonna fully finish rigging it. I can probably rig just the face, like the eye blinks and the head rotations, and like physics. Maybe not mouth movements. I might just keep the mask on and then like then I don't have to bother with it, because it's not like my friends who have not seen this model before are gonna assume that it's gonna glow, and they're like, how come your mask isn't glowing? Jeez, they're just gonna probably assume it's like a fun little pandemic joke. She's like, no, it's just because I was lazy. But yeah, I've seen a lot of people do like inhuman avatars, like not just not humanoid avatars, I mean. And I was like, oh wait, no, there's a lot more that you can do with this program. I don't have to limit myself to simply one flesh body. I can inhabit so many flesh bodies. But yeah, I really want to make a bunch of models for things that I think would be fun. I don't know what I'd use them for, but I want them. Like I started making one of my OCs, and then I gave up because I didn't like how I was looking. Like the face was really thin. Let me see if I can open it. Live2D. This is not the one. Okay, where did I don't remember where I saved it. Where is it? Oh my gosh. Oh, here it is. Yeah, I never moved it in my Live2D folder because I just didn't like it. I really like the design of it. I just don't really like the model itself. I think it looks a little weird, like a little inhuman. Just because, like, what is up with this? I literally, because there's no, why did I use this brush? There's no symmetry tool in GIMP 2.8, and so I just like took half the canvas and then I literally like flipped it over, and then so I didn't get to see it like adjust in real time, so this face is like really weird and thin down here. It just looks a little alien in my opinion. I really like, yeah, I like the design itself though. I had to like slightly redesign my OC to be like happy with how it looked. I know you don't have to have really complicated like designs, but I like, you know, the appeal to me of having like an avatar like this is to be able to like see its movements and just like see all the little tiny movements. So I was gonna have one for the earring, I was gonna have one for like, or I was gonna have movement for the earring, the little lock, and then I was gonna have this move separately, or like both the suspenders move separately. Like the little ponytail is gonna, or I guess that was always there. You haven't really seen my OCs yet on this platform, but yeah, yeah, I just wanted to have like a lot of moving parts. I like changed this turtleneck to have like a pattern going up it, and I just think it looks much cooler, and I might just change the design of like this base design of my character to include this. Not that I really want to draw it every time as the thing, so maybe I'll just keep it black, and then this can be like a secondary outfit. You know. Anyway, back to this. Every time I look at this, like I feel like my characters are just looking less and less like me. Like in terms of face, because like this doesn't look like me. Because you know, nice thing about Live2D is you can be indulgent in your little designs. It may be inspired by like some things that are happening in my life, like the dyed hair, but it definitely does not look like me. Oh yeah, I gotta render this. Let me finish rendering the let me finish rendering the wings, and then I can switch it over, and then we can render the top part of the hair, the bangs, which I'm definitely gonna have to separate into a few sections. I could be really simple with it. I could be like, you know, I could do simple bangs or whatever. I know there are people who make their bangs like one piece. Um, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna make myself perish. Mostly just because, like I said, one of my favorite parts about like the appeal to like Live2D avatars for me is just being able to have a lot of moving pieces when you move. Just to, like, I don't know. I feel like that's why like a lot of my characters don't have like top heavy designs. So I had to change a lot of stuff. Oh my god, stream beats, keep going. So I had to like change a lot of things about designs and stuff like that. But you know, one of the things that I feel like is the easiest for anyone to do is to just make the hair move. Gosh, I love like watching hair physics on models. I don't know how to like. This sounds weird, but like one of my favorite things to do is to just like find random VTubers like who use Live2D models and then just like figure out how their like model works and just like observe them and just see them like bouncing around. So this is just how I learned to draw. It was just like staring at things and then just like observing all the little details, which I get can be a little weird for people who don't know what's going on. And so the concept of maybe me of just like, oh yeah, I just go on a VTuber streams and I just like stare at them, and I'm like, I guess that's what everyone's doing, but like when I put it like that, sounds weird. But yeah, that's a lot of what I do, is that I like, even if I don't understand the language, like I can at least like learn a little bit about the model. And so that's what I do. I learn a lot better by seeing other people. I don't want to say perform, but other people work on things. But yeah, that's legit how I learned to draw. I think I'm done with the hair. Oop, wrong one. I think I might just add a secondary highlight. Maybe I'll just save that for this part of the hair, because that's gonna be like the main focal point. This is mostly the background. Man, I was gonna have a fun time cutting this up. I've been switching to for my last few models, I've been switching to a thing where I just chunk out the model first. So it's gonna be like on like 3 primary layers of important thing, other important thing, other important thing, that I don't want to have to like redraw. So I've just been like, for example, I like made the eyes on a symmetry thing. I didn't want to like have to redraw them after I draw the bangs, so I put the bangs on a separate layer. Same with like the jacket, because the jacket was originally not going to be transparent, and I was like, I don't want to have to draw the arms and then like the jacket and then draw the arms again. So thank God I put them on a separate layer, because then I discovered like, oh wait, the transparency is really cool. Oh yeah, I mean, like I watch speed paints for people's to observe people's art and things like that. So even when watching speed paints, I put them on 2x speed. And if there's something I'm particularly interested in, then I'll slow it down, or I'll comment. I don't do that as much anymore. Like, I mean, I still watch speed paints, but it's not really to like I don't really ask the artist as much anymore, because I now understand enough that I can just like pick up like, oh, so that's what they're doing. I've like never seen like someone paint like this before, as opposed to asking like, oh, so what's your thought process? I'm a bit more attuned to understanding the like artistic process, just by observation. A little skeleton head. Oh, that's cute. Yeah, anatomy is a different beast. I would say just draw what makes you happy. I know that's kind of like a lame advice, but you know, even if it looks wonky, just draw. And then, oh, I mean, you can do time life drawings that were, like, you can do time life drawings, but just make the timer really long. But part of the point of the timer is to, like, I know it's like different when you get anxious easily, but you know, part of the point of the timer is to force yourself to move on and not worry about too much about a finished product. And so that's the, you know, that's the point of the timer at all. If you really don't want to, then don't put on a timer, but you know, it's supposed to help signal to you, like, hey, you don't have to keep working this anymore. Like, you can just move on. You should move on to, like, get more experience working on other things rather than fussing about the details. And then eventually you'll get to the point where you can just work on things and actually finish them quickly. I should do the time drawings. Now that I'm thinking about it, I work so slowly. I mean, I also talk a lot while I'm drawing because I do streaming, but or I'm like streaming on friends. Oh, sorry. Example. I mean, I did get here a bit late, and then I talked about my model for like 10 minutes. But what have I done? I have shaded the hair, and that's it. I thought I'd get way further. No. Can you think that I draw with like fundamentals in mind? Nah, head empty. Which I know is partly because it's become some intuition, but like, you know, do what makes you happy. I feel like when you're starting out, it should be do what makes you happy. Especially if you're just doing it as a hobby. And I know it's really easy to feed the perfectionist brain part of you. And it's not like, do what like you think will be like perfect or whatever, and like perfection will make you happy. Like, no, just genuinely like draw something so the process makes you happy. Because, like, hey, a lot of the way that I develop my art style and whatever is just, like, I drew things, and I drew in a method that made me particularly, like, enjoy it. So, you know, I do painting, and I've only been recently doing line art because I only recently figured out how to do it. So, but yeah, there's a lot of things I still am really bad about thinking about. Like, oh, latest zine piece I did, just straight up like, oh, there's no focal point to this piece, or if it is, it's off screen. So, oops, this would have worked better with a horizontal layout, but it was a vertical layout, and it was too late to fix it. And I was like, I don't care anymore. It is still like there's a lot going on in it, and I'm like, I still like how it like looks. It just doesn't. It's just not well composed. Oh, Yosuke Yukiko. I forgot. When are their birthdays? I haven't thought about Persona 4 in so long. I mean, I have, but not that much. No! Also, this was the number one thing I told people when I was going to, like, Little Magical Girl Academia, which is, don't throw away your art, because as much as you don't like it, don't throw away your art, because it's gonna become way easier to figure out, like, both like be proud of yourself for like how much you've improved, and also just figure out where you need to improve. If you're unhappy with something, you need to, like, once you're like a bit more emotionally disconnected to whatever like frustrating piece you were working on, it's a lot better to be able to understand where your faults were, if you can see where it is. Otherwise you're just like, this bad, and then in trash. Oh my god, that's so funny. Oh, I'm sorry that it was embarrassing, but that's really funny. How old were you when that happened? Oh my god. Oh my god, which one of these very many grays is the correct gray? I think it's this one. Gosh, yeah, working on other OC stuff, and one of my OCs is like all just like different shades of white for the most part, and so I'm just like, which one of you is the right white color? Because it becomes, when you're only really working with white, it becomes very apparent, like the different tiny tones that like the that you become really obvious. So if it, like, something is like slightly too blue, you're like, that I know what that, like, it looks off, that's the wrong white that I used, and then switch to like a palette of like 50 billion other whites. You were like 16. Oh my god. Hey, at least you didn't give your crush Pokemon poetry. Or what was it? It wasn't really poetry. It was like, what was it? Like, it was like a love letter wrote in Pokemon puns. Yeah. I still think about that, and I think it's funny, but also I'm like, what were you thinking? I'm just glad that crush was nice. So, still friends. If you remember that story, Cam, when I told you about it. That was also not too long ago. Well, I say that, but I think I was actually also 16, so that was 4 years ago. Oh god. How am I 20? This is not allowed to happen. I'm gonna graduate. And I'm gonna be an adult. I'm gonna be a magical girl. I have to find a job. It's like, oh nice, you can finally reach your career goals, but also like, hey, you still gotta work for them. You're not gonna get them automatically once you're done with school. And I'm like, oh. Oh, mood for like, I don't know why I was like that in high school. I'm like, I will shoot my shot, even though I am like the most anxious person. So, mood. I say this, but like definitely my second crush in high school, my only boyfriend I've ever had. I say this like I've had a bunch of girlfriends. I have not. That's a manifestation for the future though. So like if you're out there, God, I guess, aliens, can I please get a girlfriend? Anyway, so the only boyfriend I ever had, both of us just like never asked each other out. It was so funny. So I like, I don't remember if I said this story before, but there was this guy in PE class. We're both freshmen. We're both little sweaty little freshmen in PE class. You know, the sweatiest class. And somehow, like, oh man, I developed this crush on this fellow sweaty teen. I feel like I'm being mean. He's, maybe I'll just drag myself. I was a sweaty teen. And we had like definitely been really close at that point. And it was like 2 months into the semester. It was or it was almost 2 months. God, we just like got into a relationship really fast. Because I literally, oh my god, I had okay, I need to like, okay, before I go fully into the story, but I had a girlfriend at the start of the end of the start of the year, but she moved away. I got a new partner really fast now that I think about it. I mean, it wasn't like overnight or anything like that, but I was kind of surprised. I'm like, oh, it was only like a month. And but yeah, this guy, I also didn't have a phone, so like it was really difficult for me to stay in touch with people. So I was just like, I'm just gonna assume this relationship's over, I guess. So this, so he had like asked me out to homecoming, which I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be like basically my like wait, no, never mind. But yeah, I was going to so like I was really excited about it, and I was just like, I don't know where that puts us, but he did ask me out to homecoming. And then one of my friends at the time was just like, okay, wait, was it a friend or was it just some random girl? But she was like, okay, you don't have to answer me or anything, but like are you guys dating? And then we just looked at each other because we hadn't figured that out yet. We just looked at each other, and I'm like, I guess we are. Neither of us had any guts to ask the other one out. Why did you put anonymous? You know who says the sometimes I get sweaty thing. Okay, I did the hair. Let me merge that down. Maybe I'll do one more shine pass on the hair. I might keep the outlines as black, except around the face, because I feel like this red looks really strange without the context of like, oh well, there was like red behind it. Maybe I'll do like, I don't know, like pink-ish overlay. Ooh, idea. You can't call yourself a Goro boy, not on main. Like, what are you talking about? You literally do it all the time. I'm losing it. What do you mean you can't call yourself as being a Goro boy? You do it every single stream that you go to. You out yourself as a Goro boy. You can't say that. It's not true. feel like I can go a bit more wild on the hair. It's a little harder to go wild on the, it's a little bit harder to go wild on the face in terms of coloring because you need to be able to move it. You're a changed person. Literally, like, not even a few days ago. Wait, oh, hey, it's 420. But literally, I feel like yesterday you were outing yourself as a gore boy. Oh yeah, I forgot. There are other pieces of hair. Do I want to keep it? I'm like looking at it and I'm like, you can't see me, but I'm like covering it up with my finger on my monitor. Like, do I want to keep this random piece of hair? I might not. I might just delete that. I think I'll be fine without it. It's like, I really love doing these little ear things here, but I don't know if I'll keep it because there's already a lot going on in this area, so I think I'll just get rid of it. Clown. Yeah. Yeah. You are quite the clown. Maybe I'll probably just start shading the, I don't know, what am I gonna start shading? Just the face? Maybe the clothing? Because the clothing's pretty simple. I need to, okay, don't let me forget, but I need to add a layer for my facial mole. Because oh my gosh, I, for some reason, keep thinking, you know what the best way to add a facial mole is? I'm gonna add it on the same layer as the face. And I'm like, why did I do that? Why did I do that? It's so bad. Because then I have to like encircle the mole so I can move it around so it doesn't just float across my face. And it just ends up pulling other things around. It's very annoying. Like, I figured out a better way to do it, and I'm like, but you know what if I just sidestep that completely and I just, you know, made it its own separate layer. Oh man, it's getting dark already. I need to plug in my... Okay, lamp open. Not open. Oh my gosh. This is, I think that's like the first time that I messed that up in like a long time. In Tagalog, not that I'm a speaker of Tagalog, but you know, this is just based on like me copying my parents. In Tagalog, the word for open and on is the same word. So my mom's constantly, when I was younger, would say like, open the lights. My dad would say the same thing. And then we'd like tease them for it. Cause we were mean little children, I guess. Yeah. And it's been a hot second since I said that myself. Which I think is funny, because if you think about it in like a circuitry sense, it'd be the opposite, but like if your circuit is open, then it would be off, and if your circuit is closed, then it'd be on. But you know, that's the opposite meaning. So I guess it doesn't really work out, but like it was almost clever. I don't understand how streamers can like keep drawing while they talk. I like have to stop for a second. I mean, like I'm drawing right now, but I like can't focus. And the other streamers have many more like people in chat than I do, so I'm like, how are you doing this? Like, how are you reading chat and keeping up with chat? I don't get it. This should be a different color. Okay, this should also be a different color. Just like mid-ground between the two. Okay. I'm gonna be switching over to, despite not making a huge bunch of progress, I'm gonna be switching over to Genshin doodles. I'll like show off the thumbnails. Maybe if I can get them to, I need to upload them to my computer because I did it in my sketchbook. But the it was just I've become a Diluc fan overnight. So I was gonna draw Diluc. I like knew that he looked like babier and cuter in the manga, but like I didn't expect that I would like his character more in the manga. Which I feel like they like talk about in game how like, oh, Diluc is seen as like this very eligible bachelor or whatever, and I'm like, you're kidding me. I like the entire time I was playing this game, I was like, you're kidding me. There's no way that anyone wants to marry this edgy little brat. And then I like saw him in the manga and just how he interacted with people, and I was just like, okay, I get it now. I get why people like him. But yeah, I think he's very cool now. Also, I like his Dark Knight outfit in the manga. I didn't realize there was like a whole like reason. What do you mean you hate it here? What? Diluc, come over else. Gives you my second Diluc. But the but yeah, I really I like his outfit in the manga. I think the mask is adorable and makes a lot more sense that he wears a mask and he wears a hood, because like his hair color is pretty recognizable and you can still tell it's him because you can still see his hair, but like I feel like it's way smarter than him running around in his normal clothing. Oh my god. I didn't know this. I didn't realize that he had an illusion. Like he just I was like, why does that happen? And I'm suddenly very intrigued by like, what was he doing? Like I also learned that he like was absent from his home for like 3.5 years, so, or not 3.5 years. Was it 3.5 years? You know, 3-ish years. He was absent for a really long time. He like left. And I was like, I had no idea. I thought he was just being brooding in his winery. So anyway, I just wanted to draw Diluc and Kaya because I was like interested in just, I don't know. I make it sound like I'm gonna draw something that's really like edgy or whatever, but in reality it's like really silly and doesn't make a huge amount of sense with even their characters, I feel. I just wanted to draw all of them together because I like Kaya's design and I wanted to do Diluc justice, unlike his model. I hate it because he looks like they picked out like the worst parts. He looks super baby and then they like nerfed his ponytail like so bad, and I'm like, how dare you? That ponytail was like the best part and then you made it like ugly in his model. Hopefully you don't hear my eating noises. Because I brought food up and then I didn't eat it. I'm like almost done with all my noodles. I'm really sad. I have like chicken and beef, but I like I'm not a vegetarian, but I don't particularly like love meat anymore. I still eat it. And there's some dishes I really like, but I'm not a huge meat fan. I don't know if I mean it is animal meat, but like I eat fish and that's about it. The Luke. Okay, it's 4:31. I'll switch over. Make a new file. A5. Oops, background's blue. Okay. Let me pull out my sketchbook and then I'll show the thumbnails on screen. Hopefully I'll get at least like the first sketch done. Wow, the sketchbook was like face down on my bed. I definitely fell asleep while drawing it. I mean, I feel like I finished it, but I was like touching a bit of our stuff up on it. You can see how my messy art process works. Wait, let me make the lighting better. Send this to myself. Keep it on this, just in case anyone pops by and they're like, why is there nothing on screen? Like, no, I'm still working, I'm just sending myself things. Hopefully you can actually tell what's happening on the... My thumbnails are super messy. Like, I can't even write properly, so I have to make a separate area where I write down what the dialogue is, or else I'll just forget, because I can't read it. Okay, open my Discord. Art. Work in progress. Okay, like there's parts of it that kind of got drowned out, but oof, that's not what I want. I have a sketchbook in a square format, so it's a bit, you know, square, but it's gonna be a vertical comic, so but yeah, here, oh my god, I just realized how low res this, as you can see the pixelation. So if you can't tell, because you can so obviously tell who these people are, it's so obvious. Just kidding. So we have Kaya and Venti, and they're just drinking. I was about to gesture how Kaya was holding his glass, but then I realized you can't see me. So, you know, Kaya's holding his glass up. You can kind of see better here. And DeLuca's bartending, which I don't think is a scenario that would happen. I feel like if DeLuca's bartending, Kaya would try to stay in the corners. And then, Kaya's like I said, I think this is a silly comic and it's a bit out of character. I don't think that they would actually say this. So you can't read this, but on my little note, like you can't even read this on my, like when you look at it in real life, like I said, I have to put a separate note script. So, oh, in this first panel, he's saying like, you know, which you can't see this text bubble. And then he transitions into like, a shame father left the winery to you. You don't even drink. And then it goes into like basically Navy SEAL rant, like D-Luke, being like, listen here, you little bitch. Thanks to me, the winery's doing better than ever. You can't like, you don't have to like wine to run a business. Like I'm doing important work while you're busy like running around with your knights. And he just goes on and on and on. And like, I don't know, Kai's gonna say like one little thing back. And then here's Venti just like drinking, and then it's gonna zoom in, and it's just the two, like the brothers yelling at each other, and Venti is like, bro, I am just trying to get drunk. And he's like holding his glass in both his hands, just like trying to ignore everything that's going on. Where did I put my tablet pen? Oh no, did I drop it? Oh no, where'd it go? Okay, give me a second. Yeah. I found it. It was behind me. I don't know why it was there. But yeah, I'm gonna just... Oh my god, this is so messy. This is like a little even messier than usual, I think. Well, some parts of this are a bit more fleshed out than usual, but some parts of this are like, what? I'm essentially just gonna copy and paste all the pieces, and then arrange them in a panel format. But yeah, these are just really initial sketches. They're not gonna be anything too special. Turn off the background. And now we have 4 panels. This is gonna be like big wide shot. I might increase the size of this, or you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna like decrease the size of the canvas horizontally. Where are you? Hello? Music. Can y'all stop asking me? Because the answer is yes. The answer is always yes. I'm always gonna keep playing. I feel like it doesn't do what it says it's gonna do. Because it's like, if I have like, the purpose of it is that you don't keep auto playing and just things in the background, and I'll pause it for you. But sometimes I'll fall asleep and I'll have YouTube open in a separate tab, and then because it's not the active tab, and it's still playing when I wake up. I'm like, huh. That's what happened when I woke up today. What was I doing? I only recently learned that you can change the canvas size in GIMP. I feel like a fool after complaining about it for like literally years. There we go. That's better. I'm gonna make this a big like this one a bit smaller. I'm trying to debate if I want to make this one like I feel like this composition would. I'm trying not to think about it too hard because I'm not a comics person. It's literally just supposed to be like 4 comic books, but it's not even that funny. Maybe it's fine because I'm gonna have Venti over on the side, but I'm like, I feel like it'd be better if it felt more like a like a zigzaggy back and forth. Oops, not what I wanted. My comic making skills are not good, so like if this doesn't make sense, or it's just like, why would you like make a comic this way? Like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I don't know what I'm doing either. Okay, this is definitely not the. I'm gonna like change this a little bit in terms of like how it's gonna work out, like in terms of the like positioning of the characters. This is literally just, like I said, these are really rough thumbnails. This is just so I can remember what I'm doing. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna add another set to this where it's gonna be like Kaya's over here, but then he's also gonna be like, no. I'm gonna get rid of the dialogue here, and then I'm gonna split up the dialogue on the other, and I'm gonna do one where it's just like a close-up of him. I keep drawing his second eye like I'm gonna see it, and I'm just like, you're not. I don't have any room for text bubbles, I just realized, but you know. I'll figure it out. I think it should be down here, and it's gonna be like, you don't even drink. And then this will be the main. Maybe I will have like, and then like something. Your like, why father left the winery to you? Like, you don't even drink. And so it's gonna feel a little bit more like Kaya's taking his time as opposed to keeping it in 2 panels. and then it's gonna make the Luke's like suddenly grabbing him a bit more sudden, a bit faster in comparison. So, you know, I'm like learning a little bit about like timing in panels, like by splitting up dialogue. It just is, it just makes things feel longer because it literally takes you longer to like absorb the information. And then even despite having like, I was also learning about like, oh, panel spacing also makes certain actions feel faster or longer. Which is why I like, despite this being like more of a horizontal panel, I wanted it to be like filled with text. Hello. I'm just talking about I'm just talking about like panel composition and like timing. Not that I'm very good at those, but what I understand. So I wanted to feel like I wanted everything to feel a bit more cramped in this panel. Because I like, despite it being a horizontal panel, I wanted to feel like it was going very quickly. And so if there's like a lot of information there at once, then or not necessarily that it's gonna be like this is all important information. It's literally just gonna be like an angry rant in the background. But yeah, I'm glad that I added this fifth panel because it's gonna pace it out a bit more and make Kaya feel like he's taking a real long sip of his drink, or he's about to. Just taking his time. I should pull up pictures of the Dawn Winery. Not the Dawn Winery, the Angel Share. But you know what? I don't care. This is gonna be a really simple comic, so I'm just gonna not too worry about backgrounds too much because they don't really matter. But yeah, I'm gonna try to at least get the sketch done for the first the first panel, and then hopefully Kaya, because Kaya, that like those panels of Kaya are like my favorite thing that I drew. So, womp. Also, Venti is here just because I want him to be. So one of the number one thing about this is I need to fix the perspective. It's probably, this panel is probably not going to be this big, but you know, I'm just going to do it for my own sake. I'm probably going to have to make this a bit smaller because the Luke needs to like fit in here. It's not. You know what? I'm gonna set this on a separate layer so I don't have to worry about accidentally erasing it. Oh my god, I need to stop working. I need to like stop placing, like trying to draw Kaya's eye that's covered by his eye patch. But yeah, the concept of like having all these characters just drink together is really funny to me. Just like, yeah, I'm drinking buddies with God. and he never pays his tab. He keeps trying to get us to pay him. There's a... Oh my god, I still can't get over finding that one voice line with about... I think it's like Venti's about Albedo. Where he's just like... I think he's talking about like how people probably shouldn't be messing with like alchemy like that he does, like just making monsters and things like that. And he says something like, oh, whatever happens in Mondstadt's walls is Mondstadt's problems. Which is so funny to me, because it's basically God was like, yeah, I'm not gonna deal with this. This is your problem, guys. And just yeeting out. Like, okay. So I'm just thinking like God's abandoned us to deal with this like alchemist, this rogue alchemist who keeps making monsters. But yeah, I like Albedo is like unexpectedly soft. I'm still not gonna pull for him, but he is unexpectedly soft. I'm just wondering. Oh man, I feel bad. I'm like, this sounds like kind of mean for all the people who like the characters who are coming out, but I'm wondering when I'm getting a banner with a character that I like on it. Because I miss the banners for the characters I like. Because like, oh man. Okay, I more wanted them for their utility and not necessarily because I like their characters, but freaking Fischl and Mona, completely missing them. I mean, they're still on banner, obviously they're in the regular pool, but I missed Clea's in the regular pool, right? She has to be. You know, but then we've had Zhongli, and I'm like, cool, I like Zhongli. I mostly want him so Venti has a friend. Yeah, that is the nice thing. I do get a save until whenever the heck Venti comes back. But yeah, I want Ganyu, and I'll probably roll if I don't reach pity on this banner. I might get close to pity. Trying to get Ganyu. And then I'll like just keep seeing who which characters come out, and then maybe do like single rolls on the banners just to like might as well see if I can get them until I reach pity, and then I'll save it until there's a character that I really really want. And then I'll just keep saving, and then hopefully by the time that yeah, hopefully by the time the Vendi comes back, that I will have enough to at least reach the 180 pity. Like, I'll have saved enough. Speaking of saving, I need to log into Heroes. I just keep forgetting. I keep saying that I'm going to, like, I was gonna become active again, but Genshin kind of got me by the throat right now. I don't know how to draw, what perspective to draw Dooley from. What do bartenders do? I want to draw him cleaning a glass, but I wasn't sure how to do that in this sketch. So you could just kind of vaguely see like circles. I still am not sure how to do that. I might have to take a reference picture of myself. Damn, I never had to take a reference picture when I was drawing like a silly throwaway comic. he's gonna be sitting like not super close, but you know. Is there a free summon? There's several free summons that I missed in. Oops. I'm missing out on a bunch of orbs, but you know what? That's fine. Oh, I missed out on so many orbs. I missed out on at least like 10. Because I also forgot about forging bonds. I was gonna try grinding for the accessories, but like I'm tired of doing that. Did I say that I was opening Fae? Anyway, Fae. That's what I'm doing. I like feel like I'm missing out, but I shouldn't feel too bad. Because there's not really a lot of characters that I want right now, and it's like, if I really miss out on a few orbs, it's not a huge deal. Like, I get orbs pretty regularly in this game, so... I also don't have anyone I'm currently, like, super wanting to waste all my orbs on right now, so it's not like I need a huge amount. I would like Christmas Hilda, but I don't need Christmas Hilda. I'm gonna draw Venti without his hat because I don't see him without his hat often enough. It's like, I think his hat is really cute, but I feel like we should see him without his hat more. He is gonna keep the flower because I do like it. Oh shoot, Tempest Trials. Oh, I should really do those. Cause I want that stupid Felix. I didn't get Hana last time. And I'm sad about that because she was really cute. I was gonna draw a Venti looking like he's getting drunk. Like with the little blushies or whatever, where it's just like always getting a little buzz. But it kind of looks like that he's lovingly looking at Kaya, and that's not something I really want to imply with this comic. So I'll just keep it, or like, I mean, I could just make him look elsewhere, but part of the point is that Kaya is speaking, and so people are looking at him. So I want to draw attention to Kaya. Otherwise, it's like, okay, well, there's 3 characters on the scene. Who am I supposed to be looking at? I think I'm going to make Venti a little smaller because he's supposed to be a bit further away from Kaya. Also, he's just short. Oh, I know why he looks too close. It's because I, like, fucked up his elbows. If they're gonna be this far into the table, they need to look like they're leaning out more. Three hours is not a long time to draw for someone who's as slow as me. Oh yeah, I saw that like it was like a few weeks ago. They were talking about like, what's opinions on Supergiant? Like, what is Supergiant's opinion on seeds? I forgot. Does Kai have his eye open in this shot? No, he's like. Starts out close and then he opens it. Kaya's eye. We never do get to figure out what happens to Kaya's eye, and it's really driving me up the wall, because I thought, here's what I thought, is that I saw someone talk about, like, what if Kaya got his vision, when, like, you know, Kaya got his vision after he had his fight with Diluc. And someone was like, but what if he got it, like, it was kind of edgy, and I don't think this is actually how they're planning on, like, how MiHoYo would want to present to, like, people getting their visions, but, like, it painfully coming to someone somehow, or maybe, like, just for Kaya, like, a part as, like, coming out of their body, because, like, how do visions get gifted to people? The gods don't come down and gift them, literally. Like, they are physical objects, but, like, they have to come from somewhere, right? Like, or do they just appear? So someone was like, what if it, like, literally manifested from Kaya's eyes? And I'm like, ooh, I like that. But Kaya already has his eye patch in the manga by the, like, when their father dies, so it's not that. Did Kaya just have this eye patch since he was, like, a little boy? Chongyun, cute boy. I big agree. He's just a little boy that exercises demons. I don't remember what Kaya's hair looks like. It's like, it covers the eye patch, I think. And then there's, like, a streak, but I can't do that in, like, this. And then he has the long piece of hair that drives me up the wall. I thought it was a ponytail, but it's not. I don't remember what the back of his hair looks like is the problem. I think it's just, like, short. I know it's short, because that long piece of hair is the only long piece of hair, but I'll keep it generic for now. I feel like Diluc, because he's standing, I know they're on stools, but I feel like Diluc, because he's standing, should be a bit taller. I don't know what I'm doing. This is also the wrong angle. I might have to just do this that part another time. I'll just work on Venti just because I like how his expression looks here. Plus he's gonna be simpler because I'm not trying to make him a huge focus, and so he's gonna be a little blob. Plus Venti's the only one that I can draw mostly. I can mostly draw him above the, like above the waist from memory. I say this, but I'm definitely gonna mix something up. I mean, I'm already getting rid of his hat, so, like, don't worry about it too much. Don't worry about the don't worry about the the design details too much. Wait, I'm trying to figure out how would I hold a cup. I would have my fingers spread out more. I, like, got my water cup. I'm just like, let's figure this out. there's so many daily things I need to do for Genshin. Because it's the last day of BP Pass. I already have said this, but I'm just trying to remind myself. I need to do more grinding on certain bosses because I'd really love to send my characters to I really have to send my characters past 60. I only got them to 60 a few days ago, and so I have like no level up material, but you know. I would love if I could make them a bit beefier. I'll move Venti's face down a bit. Or no, wait. Better. I'll just move the whole arm up. I love this oh my god. I love Venti so much. I wish he would come home. I wish he would come back, period. And then I can come home. I played this game for him. Play this game for him, and then there's a bunch of cute girls in it, and I'm like, okay, I guess I play this game for them too. And then there's some boys that I like in it. Only valid boys. I know I just said that I became a Diluc fan, but I play for Xingqiu, and that's it. Oh my god, I just realized I have a friend who started playing, and I'm gonna probably have to teach him how to say all the names, because when I discuss it with him, I'm very worried he's gonna call everyone by like really names. He's probably already gonna... I'm just thinking of this is not where you would hold this glass. I'm already thinking of just how he's gonna mispronounce everything. Oh well, I mispronounce things. He'll learn, but I hope he actually does learn. It doesn't just be like, I'm not gonna bother with it. Oh my god, people who are like, there's a pronunciation, and they're like, nope, I won't pronounce it that way, and I'm like, why? Because even these pronunciations, it's like, I mean, it's hard to get like right if you're not a native speaker. Why does it look like he's holding a giant sippy cup? Maybe I should make this glass a bit smaller. But like, at least try. The number of people that I just like stop watching, well, it's not a huge amount. I don't really pay too much attention to like YouTubers unless I already follow them. It's just big people like wildly mispronouncing the characters' names. Like the English dub exists, guys. Like, I mean, they're not always consistent. But for the most part, they get like the really basic pronunciation right. So like, at least pay attention to that. Yeah. It's not hard to not say Kiki, it's Chi-Chi. This doesn't look like Venti. He looks not small boy enough. Yeah, there's one pronunciation guide. There's like a new one that got released, but I wasn't the biggest fan of it, mostly because it didn't. There were like a lot of like subtle differences between the. Well, I know you're probably just talking about your general Chinese studies and not like, just Genshin stuff. But there's one pronunciation guide that I really like, mostly because it tells you what to do with your mouth to get the specific sounds, and I'm like, oh my god, because I can tell there's a difference. I just don't know what to do to like differentiate the sounds. And they're like, oh, well, like you flatten your tongue and then this is how like you make that sound. And I'm like, I was just very like excited because I was like, I know how to do this now, kind of like. It probably sounds like still really rough to native speakers, but I'm trying. I saw, there was like a comment that I saw in a YouTube video that was like, sorry, this is gonna become a little salty. There's a comment I saw in a YouTube video that was like, it was the German pronunciation guide for Genshin. Because someone was like, I saw a lot of people making Leoid guides, and I'm like, okay, so here's one for the German words. Because there are like a fair amount of German words. For example, I think like in the server, we got it pointed out that they say Mondstadt, but it makes a lot more sense to say Mondstadt, which I learned is Moon City and not, well, at least that's what the guide said. But yeah, the Stadt means city, so like, why are we not saying it like Mondstadt? And then like basically it was like half of it was just like what Fischl says, and then like the Liar de Himmel, which I don't remember what if Himmel or Himmel was the correct pronunciation. You know, watch the guide again. But I saw a comment that was just like, everyone's making Leo guides. Like, no one makes the German guide. I'm like, yeah, I guess it's helpful. But like, there's a reason everyone's making Leo guides. It's because everyone horribly mispronounces it. And like, it's so bad. At least with the, like, at least the, with the German, like it's the accent, like the accent is a bit like wrong, but I feel like you can still tell what they're trying to say. But I feel like calling some characters is just like completely wildly thing. I still can't get over the person who called Xingqiu Xingqiu. So like, I think there's a reason everyone's making Liwei guides, and it's because people don't know how to say like Chinese words or like any sort of Chinese pronunciation, which is also me. I don't want to like, I feel like I'm being really high and mighty about it. I really didn't know what I was saying. I just didn't put it on the internet. I just didn't advertise on the internet. I didn't know what I was saying by saying it out loud with confidence. I feel like as long as you're making an effort, you're fine. But like, some people I swear aren't making an effort. I shouldn't assume too much, but I've had so many people already mispronounce my name and just like not care. And I'm like, or like mispronounce my mom's name. So my mom has straight, like basically everyone in my family, well, no, that's a lie. It's mostly me and my mom, because me and my mom have the weirdest names. Or weirdest names to an American audience. They will, yeah, so exactly, there are so, like, my mom is one of those people who started going by a, like, she didn't go by a more Western name. It's just like she still goes by her name. It's just that when she tells people how to like say it, she'll intentionally mispronounce it so it's easier for them. Like her, I don't know if I should say her name. I'm not gonna say her name, but she had to go by like a name that sounded similar but was very obviously mispronounced, just because it was an English word, and so it'd be easier, because otherwise people are gonna say like, I don't know how. It's like, I know she had like an accent or whatever, but it's not like the hard name. The name is hard to pronounce. Like, these are all things that you would say in, like, these are all like syllables you can say in English. It's not like an intonation thing or whatever. These are like, if you take this syllable separately, they're really easy to say. It is a 3-syllable name. It is very short. It's so easy to say, and people will so blatantly misspell it and missay it, and I'm like, how? People misspell my name all the time too. I don't even have like or I shouldn't say that, but I don't know. I don't think my name is that difficult. It's so aggravating. And I know, I'm kind of like nitpicking this comment, because I'm guessing it was just someone who was curious, like, oh yeah, like, I really wanted to see like this other part about like Genshin, but I just was like, there's a reason everyone's making Liyue guides. It's because no one can pronounce any of the names in Liyue. But yeah, I had to start going by a different name, because people refuse to learn how to spell or pronounce my name. My professors, I don't know why, it was literally just in like elementary through community college, my professors were really bad about knowing how to spell or pronounce my name. But once I hit like uni, all my professors just knew instinctively how to say my name. Like they would usually mispronounce the first syllable a little bit, but like, oh, I just say like, oh, it's slightly different, that, and then they pick it up and they're like, okay. Some of them will still mispronounce it, but I'll forgive them for that, because it's, for the most part, it's they got like way closer than literally any of my other teachers before them. So I'm like, it's not that hard. How these people can do it? Why was everyone mispronouncing my name for like straight up like 12 years? But yeah, I got yeah, I just remember my mom telling me that she goes by, like, when she tells people how they can say her name at work, I get really frustrated. Just like, I know you shouldn't, like, you don't want to make a huge deal, but like, I feel like people should call you by your actual name, and you just shouldn't have to like bend to like making, like, you shouldn't have to bend to making the like letting them be more comfortable by using an English word as your name instead. They're like, oh, it's pronounced like this, and I'm like, it really isn't pronounced like that, Mom. But I guess whatever makes you comfortable, but it still sucks. I was just like, why do you think people can do that? Your name is really simple. And it's like, I'm saying this as someone who can't speak Tagalog. The name is really simple. Like, you have to, like, I'll get, I don't want to go on too many tangents, but, I'm just thinking, like, even if it wasn't simple, you can figure out how to say it. Like, what was that one, What was that? Who was the person who said like if they can figure out how to say like Tchaikovsky, like they can figure out how to say your name. But yeah, there's so many complicated names in like European names. Why don't we learn to say names that have like non-European non-European origins, please. But yeah, I asked my mom, like, why do you think they do this? And she's just like, I think they just, like, either don't care or they just don't have an education. I'm like, you know, you work for, like this big company and, like, this, in, like, a pretty, like, paperwork-heavy section. My mom just thinks, like, now I'm definitely not gonna say her name, but I feel like she thinks that her coworker is just, like, she's like confused why her coworkers has her job. She's like not a superior, or she hasn't been there that long. She's only been there for like I think a year and a half, 2 years at this point. But like they make such simple mistakes, and like that's fair. I make simple mistakes too, but you know, they constantly happen, and including just like messing up her name. Yeah, it's ridiculous. This is like her name literally is something that you could pronounce in the English language already. It's absurd. Same with my name. But people just like will see how it's written and be like, I will say it a completely different way, and I'm like, why? And I'm like, I'm literally saying it to you. I don't have like, it's not like you can assume that like, oh, it's because you have an accent and you really mean it this way. It's just like, that's already a crappy method of thinking anyway, but like it's not like you're trying to reinterpret it. Like I am speaking in the same regional dialect as you. There's nothing to interpret, just say my name how I say it. Venti doesn't look baby enough. He looks too like mature. His head is too far away from his body again. Music, stop turning off. So, oh my god. Big boy, the Chad Venti. I mean, someone already made like Gilf Venti. I don't know if that's a thing, but like Grandpa Venti. And that was rad as hell. Chad Venti, imagine babyface, big body like Buff Barber. I was literally thinking of Buff Barber when I read that first part. I forgot. What am I gonna... You know what drives me up the wall? Okay, I'm gonna pull up a picture of Venti. Venti. Because like I said, I was like drawing him, so I was like analyze it so I could memorize his design, and I want to lose it a little bit. I think I know, like if what's happening that I think is happening, is like if I'm interpreting his design right, it's not that bad. But if I'm, but if it's not how I'm interpreting it, then I have some questions. Okay, so here, I want to guess that this bow has to be part of his cape, right? Or else why is he wearing a cravat? Like, he's wearing a cravat under a bow, which I thought was originally just gonna be like on his, like, shirt. But it's not low enough, or it's not high enough, so I'm assuming it's on his cape. I really hope it's on his cape, or else I'm gonna lose it a little bit. Oh my god, I just noticed something else. Sorry. I didn't notice there were Cecilias on his lyre, which I think is cute, but like, okay, so I noticed these Cecilias, but I didn't notice the like Cecilia pattern. So when I was drawing him the other day, I didn't draw that. It's really cute though. Just I love how basically all over his design are Cecilias. Oh, I love Venti. Anyway, I don't need this. Hello? Hello? Can y'all hear? I must have accidentally muted myself by hitting whatever. I forgot what my mute button was, so I must have accidentally hit it. I shouldn't put too much attention to Venti. This is literally not about him. I'm wondering something. It's probably just part of his shirt, but where is that cravat coming from? It's like inside of his shirt. Do I want to draw him with a cape? Because I feel like he's just chilling at the bar. I don't know if he'd wear a cape. Plus, I don't know if I want to draw him, like, it's gonna cover up all of this arm that I just drew. So, he'll just be wearing his, normal attire, just like his underclothes. I don't want to figure out how to drape this fabric. I literally gave my OCs the same sort of like, I don't want to say bell sleeve, but like the same sort of, what am I thinking? The like same sort of like flaring out. But it's not a bell sleeve. Like, I mean, Venti kind of does have it, but my OCs don't. The same draping, that's what I mean. So it's like this, and then he's got his like little, I don't know how to describe it, like this belt corset thing. It's not a corset because it's too far low, but I don't know what to call it. Oh yeah, I didn't even do my Paimon quiz yesterday. Oops. All it rewards is Mora, right? I don't really care then. Because, like, I have a lot of Mora. I don't buy that much, to be honest. I just go out into the wild and craft stuff. And I just realized this is not right. Wait a minute, am I drawing on a different layer? I am. Why am I drawing on a different layer? Leveling costs money, but I still have way, like, I start out with, like, over 100,000 Mora, or I say over 100,000, but, like, around 100,000 Mora, like, a little bit more, and then when I'm done leveling, I have, like 99,000 Mora. So, it doesn't really matter to me. It might get more difficult when it comes to later on, but I feel like I grind enough that I have a... I shouldn't say grind, because I don't feel like I'm grinding. I feel like I'm just exploring. I feel like I have enough Mora. Okay, that looks weird. Okay, I regret doing that. This still is off though, so I'm gonna erase these lines because it looks like he's... You know what? This is supposed to be simple, and I'm just like worrying. I'm just trying to figure out Venti. How are you constantly running out of Mora? I'm confused. I've never once run into Mora problems. Like, maybe at the start of the game, but the thing that's preventing me from leveling up right now is, what is it? Is like level up material. I don't know how to get more consistently. Like, I know they're just in chests and like things like that, but I don't. I want to find a better way to grind it. I should do that like test run thing, because I think Shinyan's rewards level up material. It's only 4, but you know, that's as someone who is 0 right now. You're leveling up weapons and characters. I need to grind more. The thing with me is I have a lot of Mora. I don't have a lot of level up material. Even for weapons, I need to grind that. It's Sunday, which means that I should be grinding that. I have like, I only wrote out 2 of my characters' weapons so far, but I know that their domains are open on Sunday, so at least for their weapon level up. Okay, I think I might end here so I can just chill and eat dinner, as opposed to like trying to sneak bites in between doing stuff. So, oh, I never saved this. Okay, well, I shall be ending it here.